Well, thank you all so much for joining us here today. My name is Mara Holbeck. I'm joined here by one of my fellow developers.
Hi, my name's Jayden Schmeckley.
And this semester, we were the group that was working with UNMC and Nebraska Medicine to help develop their Identify, Isolate, and Inform project. So we'll go ahead and just get right into it. So just talking about our sponsors a little bit, Nebraska Medicine, they are a healthcare network that works closely with UNMC, the University of Nebraska Medical Center, to help provide healthcare services and medical training all over Nebraska. We can see here that they have over 1,400 doctors, as well as 70 specialty and primary care health centers. They do a really great job of just providing all of the medical services in our local area. So we're here to, they asked us to help develop a tool that they can use to help with their medical educational services. So looking at some of the stakeholders from our sponsors, we have Kate Bolter, who is the nurse manager of the Nebraska Biocontainment Unit. I don't think she's here today, but we also have Angie Vassa, the director of the isolation and quarantine sector, right there, as well as Tess McKinney, who gave our keynote, did a wonderful job. Everybody who is here on the slide here was very, very helpful for our development. Kate and Angie were more the what of the product that we were building, and Tess was more the how, but altogether they just were really helpful to us, keeping things moving and providing us everything we needed to make something really cool. So moving forward.
Faculty involved on our team are Bill and Trudy, our project manager and tribe lead, and Matt, who's over there, but not on our slides. They were instrumental in keeping the educational aspect for us students and developers on track and making sure we got the most out of the experience. Half of our team, as you'll see in the next slide, was here 2 semesters, and then the other half is started this semester and is going into the next semester. And the first half came off of a separate project and due to some unforeseen circumstances, and these guys were instrumental in keeping the vibe positive and helping make sure that we still got the most out of our project. So go on to our team. We have Lorelei, our multi-team squad lead. Dylan is one of our developers. Ethan's the product manager. I'm the dev manager. Mara here, also a developer. And this is our original team from last semester and this semester. And then we have the team that's taking over and will continue this project through December when it will be complete. We have Ali, who's our new squad lead. We have Kareem, developer. Lucy's a developer. Barath is the new product manager. Andrew and Johnson are also developers.
So looking at our problem and opportunity, especially in light of the Ebola outbreak that was not too long ago, which had a presence right here in Nebraska, just an hour away over in Omaha, UNMC and Nebraska Medicine realized that they needed much better tools to help train their staff, as well as just the wider public, on how to respond to these highly infectious, contagious diseases. Being able to respond quickly and properly to potential infections with these diseases will help contain the consequences of them as much as possible. So our aim was to try to build a tool that, using VR technology, could immersively and engagingly teach basically anybody the proper protocols to respond to these high consequence infectious diseases. Specifically using the 3 I's, which is identify, where you identify a person who is showing the signs of possibly having one of these diseases. Isolate, where you remove them from other people that they might be able to infect. And inform, where you get that information to the proper channels. So once again, just at the bottom here, this is a January start project. So we're technically halfway through development right now. But we think we've been able to accomplish a lot and have some really cool stuff to be able to show off. And we're very excited to see how development will continue in the next semester. But here we have our project.
Yeah, so as the dev manager, I was basically responsible for how we'd implement this, and I think our sponsors, they didn't just want a training program, no offense to like food handlers permits, but like they didn't want something that was just click next, read, take a quiz, click next. They wanted something more immersive, something that like reached an audience, was engaging, and able to facilitate building of the muscle memory of the situations, while also providing a safe environment and a controlled environment to do so. And so naturally, VR is like the perfect way to facilitate that. We used Unity. Our whole project, out of all 11 of us, I don't think anybody had any prior Unity experience, so a lot of the beginning was us learning, and we kind of broke up into separate areas where we had people focusing on the assets, the models, the animations, audio. We had people focusing on the UI and all the stuff that you might not think of when that could be a problem in VR, just because it's such a emerging and rapidly evolving field, and there's no like one size fits all solution to any of those issues. So we had some people focused on that specifically. We also were provided with a kind of an AutoCAD type Revit model of the hospital, which was really cool. We were able to edit that down and then use that as our model, and you can see kind of from the outside there. You can see the floor plan of the emergency department there. You can see a triage room here that we were able to put together. And as we've said, this is kind of at the halfway point, so not everything is complete or how it will look in the future. But I think the lessons we've learned as a team and as individuals, as developers, both from just our active work on the project and from all the feedback we got from the sponsors, from our faculty, from everybody, has been a very, very helpful experience, and I think we all enjoyed it quite a bit. So,
yeah, so just looking at some of our value and highlights, like Jayden mentioned a little bit, we really didn't have any experience working with Unity, and it was very enriching just learning the tool and all of the facets of it. It was really cool just getting used to all of its systems. It was also really nice to work on a project that has a really tangible, real-world benefit to it, and it provided a lot of interesting things that we had to consider, like this is a medical tool that's training people how to respond to something very serious, so obviously we needed to make sure we were getting it right, and the protocol of things, just the information was correct, so there's a lot of considerations there, but it was really cool. I was just gonna say, it was really nice working with sponsors who were so passionate about what we were building and so involved with our process. We really appreciate them so much, and I feel like we have learned a lot over the course of this semester. We're very excited to see what the rest of our team is able to pick up and continue in the next semester.
Continuing on what Laura was saying here, I think a lot of the value from a program like this or a product like this comes in the, like we said, the ability to facilitate a interactive experience. And so we did try and emphasize that in our development, and we tried to build systems that would be able to incorporate the lessons that they provided, and then be able to make that extend and expand out to other facets of the medical or maybe even other fields in the future too. And so that was just really cool to see how the impact that may have or will have in the future. And with that, I think we're going to open it up to questions.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for coming and listening to us talk about this project we've been working on. And if you have any questions for us, please feel free to shoot.